Hello dear students, myself Professor Dr. S.S. Naik from Kekewa College of Engineering, Nasik. I will be taking in this lecture unit number 5 of Engineering Mathematics 1 Linear Algebra, where you will be dealing with the matrices and linear system of equations. As far as the examination pattern of Pune University is concerned, you will be dealing with only the linear system of equations and its applications. But as far as the matrices are concerned, matrices are the applications which are needed for studying this linear system of equations. Therefore, I will start with the linear system of equations. Before that, I will start with what we call the rank of a matrix, and just by introducing the rank of a matrix, then we will go to what we call a linear system of equations, and we will see how to find the solution of linear system of equations. So I will start with the rank of a matrix. So already I have studied the matrices. So I will have it. So I will start with, let that A is equal to Aij. So here A is equal to Aij is a matrix of order m by n, where that Aij represent an element in the ith row and in the jth column. So we will first define the rank of this matrix. Now, before defining the rank of a matrix, just we have to see what is a linear system in that and are the sub matrices in that, the minor of the matrix in that, and the corresponding rank of a matrix. So I will start with this. That is what we call rank of a matrix. What is the rank of a matrix? A rank of a matrix is the maximum minor of the maximum minor of the maximum the maximum order of, instead of the minor, the maximum order of its non-vanishing minor, its non-vanishing minor is called rank of a matrix. And it is denoted by row of A. Now this row of A is the rank of the matrix. So again, here you are having the maximum order of its non-vanishing minor. Now when you see a non-vanishing minor, non-vanishing means not equal to 0, and minor means the determinant of a sub-square matrix of a matrix is known as the minor of the matrix, and the order of this, that is the maximum order rather, the maximum order of its non-vanishing minor is called rank of a matrix. So if you see this matrix, so this is a matrix of order m by n. It has m rows and n columns. Then you have to find the maximum minor. That means you have to find the maximum square submatrix of this matrix. Now say for example, when you are having a maximum minor of this, so I will be saying, say for example, this is m1 is equal to, you will be having a matrix of order m by n. In that you will be having either I will be having the m by m or a matrix of order n by n. Now these are the square submatrices. When you take the determinant of this, that is the determinant of m1, or now say for example this is equal to A, then the determinant of A. So if you take this M1 is a M by M matrix, and the determinant of this either may be equal to 0 or the determinant of this also may be equal to 0. Okay, then this is not a minor. So if this is not equal to 0 and this is the highest minor, then that is called the rank of the matrix. Now when you are having the rank of the matrix, in the rank of the matrix, how to find the rank of the matrix? You are having different methods of finding the rank of the matrix. In that rank of the matrix, we are using different methods to find the rank of the matrix. As far as you are having what we call the normal form of a matrix in that. So when normal form of the given matrix. Now what is normal form? Normal form is defined in the following way. That is, the given matrix by means of elementary row transformations. By means of elementary row transformations. By means of elementary row transformations, any given matrix, that is a matrix of order m by n, is converted. A matrix of order m by n is converted any one of the following form, that is equal to IR, then IRO, then IRO, O and O, where this IR is a unit matrix of order R and O is a null matrix or zero matrix. Then such type of the form are called the normal forms of a matrix. And here R is equal to rank of A. R is equal to rank of A. Now here for example, I am having a matrix of order, say for example I am having 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, so the given matrix, this is the given matrix. This given matrix by means of elementary transformations is converted to I3. Now this is equal to I3. Now this is a normal form. So therefore this implies rank of A is equal to rank of I3 is equal to 3. Similarly, here you are having, this is IR0. So in IR0, you will be having the things like this. Say for example, you are having 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And then here you are having, this is a 0, this is 0 and 0. So this is 0 and this is 0. So if you see this matrix is having 3 rows and 5 columns. This is a 3 by 5. You are having 3 rows. Now this may be equal to C. C was given to you. That is, in the original matrix, a 3 by 5 matrix was given. From that 3 by 5 matrix, you did some elementary transformations on this. You converted that given matrix to a matrix of this type. Now this is the second type of the normal form. And here again if you see, this becomes I3 and this becomes 0, 0, 0. So therefore rank of C is equal to 3. Okay. Then just try to understand. If I convert this to, now say this is equal to 0. So I made, just try to understand. I made this becomes 1, 0, 0. That is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Then in this was a 3 by 5 matrix. So if you see this becomes a matrix of this form. That is, here you will be having, if you see this is I2, this is equivalent to, what is this equivalent to? This is I2 and this is 0. Okay, this is 0 and this is 0. So therefore, the given matrix of order 3 by 5, which was the original one, like this is 3 by 5, by means of elementary transformations, is a transform to a 3 by 5 matrix of the normal form, in which you are having this is equal to I2. So therefore, rank of C is equal to, that is equal to rank of I2 is equal to 2. Okay. So in this way, the given matrices of different orders by means of root transformations can be transformed into the normal forms like this, and you can find the corresponding rank of a matrix. So once this rank of a matrix is known to you, this idea is mainly used in a linear system of equations where you are solving the linear system of equations by finding its rank. So that rank can be found by making of elementary transformations. Elementary, you are having 3 transformations. It is the root transformations and column transformations, interchange, rows and all that. Okay. So we'll go to the next part of this, what we call a linear system of equations. That is the main idea that we are going to study in this lecture, and I'll give you the idea of how to form the solution of that type of equations. Okay. So we'll start with linear system of equations. Now this is important. Linear system of equations. So here the name itself indicates, that is, you are having a system of equations. That is an equation having more than one equation. Then that becomes a system of equations. So for our understanding, we'll take an equation containing 3 variables and we'll take such 3 equations. For example, we'll start with taking a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3 is equal to b1. This is equation number 1, having 3 variables x1, x2, x3. Then a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a23 x3 is equal to b2. Second equation having again 3 variables. Then a31 x1 plus a32 x2 plus a33 x3 is equal to b3. Okay. Now when you put these 3 equations in equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3, these 3 equations together is called a system, and we are interested in finding the solution of such equations. What is the solution? The solution of this equation is finding the values of the 3 variables x1, x2, x3, which when substituted in the given equation, the given equation is satisfied. That means the left hand side becomes the right hand side. Right hand side is b1. When you put the values of x1, x2, x3 in this equation, and if you take the sum of these 3 values, if that 3 values also becomes equal to b1, then that is called a solution of an equation. Then our aim is how to solve such equations. Now to solve such equations, what we do is we form 3 matrices for such equations. That 3 matrices are given by a11, a12, a13, a21, a22, a23, a31, a32, a33. Now this is a coefficient matrix, and then you are having the matrix of the variables x1, x2, x3, and then you are having a constant matrix on the right hand side. This is B1, B2, B3. Okay. Now here if you see, this is a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay. Then this is a 3 by 1 matrix. The number of columns of the first matrix are equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. Therefore, you can find the product. Okay. Now, when you find the product, you will be having, this is a 3 by 1 matrix on the left hand side, and this also is a 3 by 1 matrix on the right hand side. So, therefore, if I multiply, this is A11x1, that is the first value, A12x2, the second value, plus A13x3 is equal to B1 is the equation number 1. Okay, that is first row by column. You get the first equation. Then similarly, second row by the column become the second equation. Then third row by this column multiplied by that becomes is equal to B3. So therefore, these three equations together you can put in the form of that Ax is equal to B. Now this is main very important equation where you are solving the matrix equation of the given equation. Here the three systems are put in three matrices. Here you will be having that A is called, that is A is equal to, so you write here where A is equal to, that is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Now this is called the coefficient matrix. What is the name for this? This is called the coefficient matrix. Okay. Then you are having X. X is equal to X1, X2, X3. This is a 3 by 3 matrix. This is a 3 by 1 matrix. Now this is the matrix of the variables. What is this? This is matrix of variables. And then you are having B. B is equal to B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3. What is the name given to this? This is matrix of the constant. Matrix of constants. So these three matrices are very important because when you are going to solve this system of equations, we are combining the matrix in the form of this. So what we do is we want to solve this system. What is our aim? Our aim is solving this system. Which system? Ax is equal to B. Now just try to understand. So this Ax is equal to B is the system of equations. Then if determinant of A is not equal to 0, that is, this is the coefficient matrix. This is a 3 by 3 matrix. When this is a 3 by 3 matrix, find the determinant of this. If the determinant of this A is not equal to 0, then A is called non-singular. A is non-singular. Then A is a non-singular. When A is a non-singular, A inverse exists. A inverse exists. So you want to solve this equation. Our aim is solving Ax is equal to B. Now how to solve? First we have to see what type of A you are having. Is it a singular matrix or a non-singular matrix? If A is a non-singular matrix, then A inverse exists. So therefore, what we do? We multiply this equation. I call this as equation number 1, for example, for my convenience. So this A inverse exists. Then I pre-multiply equation number 1 by this A inverse. What I do? I will be pre-multiplying. Pre-multiply equation number 1 by A inverse. Okay. Then what you get? You get your pre-multiplying. This is A inverse into A into X is equal to A inverse into B. Okay. Then A inverse into A is equal to I. You have a identity. Then this becomes I into X is equal to, this is A inverse B. Okay. Now again, I into X is equal to X. I into X is equal to X. Then this A inverse into B is equal to C, for example, where this is a 3 by 3 matrix, this is a 3 by 1 matrix, this also becomes a 3 by 1 matrix. Okay. So I'll, for your convenience, this is a 3 by 3 matrix, this is a 3 by 1 matrix, this is a 3 by 1 matrix, and this is 3 and 3 will get cancelled. Again this becomes a 3 by 1 matrix. Okay. Now we'll see what are the values of this. As far as X is concerned, you'll be having X1, X2, X3. Now this is the left hand side 3 by 1 matrix. Okay. This is the right hand side. This is B. B is all, this is equal to, B is converted to C now. That C is given by a 3 by 1 matrix. That is, say for example, this is L, M and N. Now this becomes a 3 by 1 matrix. So these two are equal if and only if the corresponding elements are equal. That implies that X1 is equal to L, X2 is equal to M and X3 is equal to N. So therefore this AX is equal to B, which is a linear system of 3 equations. It has a solution. X1 is equal to L, X2 is equal to M and X3 is equal to N. What are these elements? Elements are the real numbers. So when you substitute these values of X1, X2, X3 in any of the 3 equations, that 3 equations will be satisfied. That is called the solution of the equation. Okay. So when you get the solution of the equation, when you are given a 3 by 3 matrix, for example, you found by making of the inverse and all that, when it is a 3 by 3 matrix, but when it is a 4 by 4 matrix or in general n by n matrix, this method of solving or finding the inverse and then multiplying becomes difficult. So therefore we'll have to go for another alternative method, and that alternative method is by finding the augmented matrix and then the rank of the augmented matrix and the rank of the coefficient matrix, then seeing whether the rank of the augmented matrix and the corresponding coefficient matrix, if they are same, then the system is said to be consistent. Okay, so that concept I will take in the next period. Up till then, thank you very much.